Thank you. Hey everyone, welcome to Mindful Monday. Happy Monday. Sophie and I are happy to be here with you. And I took a class on Saturday with my friend Viv, and she started standing. And I thought, wow, I never do that. We should do that. And then it came to be Monday morning, and I don't like starting standing. So find a comfortable seat. Get really comfy like Sophie here. And I'm in heroine's pose, hero's pose, or heroine's pose. And it's not for everyone. It's a stretch for the knees, it's a stretch for the ankles, but if your knees just won't accommodate this, find any seat that works, or lie down. It's Monday morning. Let's start gently. So as I said, I took a class with Vivian, and she's such a good teacher. She's been teaching a lot longer than I have. And it really drove home to me the importance of always being a student. And so as we are practicing, I am always learning. And I think I'll always be a student. So they say you teach what you really want to learn, and I really want to learn this mindfulness. And it's an ongoing lifetime practice, I think. I think the animals get it better than we do. So let's practice. Let's allow your eyes to close or soften your gaze. And just tune into your body. Tune into what you brought to your mat this morning, on this Monday morning, May 17th, 2021. Just noticing. Notice the externals, the sounds, the breeze, the temperature of the air. Notice the sensation of your clothes against your skin. And just give yourself permission to be present to yourself this next 45 minutes or so. Allow your breath to deepen and to fill some spaces in you that perhaps haven't felt the breath in a while. Allowing the belly to expand, the ribs cage to expand, and the lungs to expand so that your heart shines forward. And then let your exhale be just like Sophie's, only a little slower. We'll work on that, Sophie. Just a little bit slower, perhaps even longer than your inhalation. Nice long intentional breaths, filling up nooks and crannies. Paying attention to each breath. Good. So this practice of mindfulness and this practice of yoga gives us permission to tune into our bodies and our breath. Sophie hears something. And the nuance of our lives, and makes us a little more sensitive. So you may have noticed that in your practice. So I'd like to offer this poem from Mary Oliver, who's one of the most sensitive, mindful poets I know. This is called Softest of Mornings. Softest of mornings, hello. And what will you do today, I wonder, to my heart? And how much honey can the heart stand, I wonder, before it must break? This is trivial, or nothing. A snail climbing a trellis of leaves, and the blue trumpets of its flowers. No doubt clocks are ticking loudly all over the world. I don't hear them. The snail's pale horns extend and wave this way and that as her finger body shuffles forward, leaving behind the silvery path of her slime. Oh, softest of mornings, how shall I break this? How shall I move away from the snail and the flowers? How shall I go on with my introspective and ambitious life? I just love that. So aware, so mindful of even the smallest things. So as we are ready, if you are in hero's pose, come on down to a comfortable seat and just place one leg in front of the other. So if you've been sitting one way, maybe switch the cross of your legs just to give your hips a nice, even practice. And then sit up tall, shine your heart, bring your arms out wide, and inhale them up to the sky. Take a look at your fingers, maybe wiggle them, and then bring your palms together and draw them down the midline of your body. Let your hands rest at your heart, let your chin come to your chest. And take a moment to create an intention. How will you start your day softly? When you're ready, blink open your eyes, inhale, reach up, and exhale, hands come to heart, chin comes to chest, stretch the back of the neck. Take one more, inhale, and exhale. Good. Nice. Take your hands to the fronts of your legs. Let's wake up those hips, taking some hip circles, moving in one direction. Good. Slow, even breaths. And then switch directions before you get dizzy. Good. Nice. And then find stillness. Sit up tall. Take the shoulders up to the ears and roll them back and down. Take a couple more of those. Let's get those shoulders nice and woke. Good. When you're ready, rub your palms together. Create some heat in your hands. And take them back behind your neck and give your neck a nice massage, one side and then the other. And take your fingers, give your eyebrows, right above your eyebrows, a little tap, a little tapping. Wake up. Wake up softly, not too hard. And then take it underneath the eyes, a little tapping underneath the eyes. A little on the jaw and the chin. And then take your fingers and just tap your thymus. And just a gentle tap to wake up that system. And then just take a moment, let your palms rest in your lap. Close your eyes and notice just the subtle changes. Swallow in your throat, soften that throat. And then take your chin down to your chest. Let's draw some circles with our nose right in front of us. Good. And be sure to switch directions before you get dizzy. Nice long spine. Nice tall posture. And then pause, allow that to settle in. Nice, take a nice big breath. And exhale it out. I'm trying to stall because I don't know if Sophie's going to be happy, but I might need my mat, honey. Can you move out of the way? Let's come into cat-cow. Let's see if I have any space here. I'm sorry. Can you scoot down, maybe? All right, here we go. I'm sorry. All right. Bring your hands under your shoulders, spread your fingers nice and wide. I'm sorry, Sophie. Drop your belly, lift your gaze. Come into your cow pose. Pressing into those joints of the fingers. As you exhale, press the mat away. Draw your belly into spine, round into cat. Keep going, moving with your breath. Waking up that spine. Slow as your breath. Nice. Paying attention to every little nuance. Like if you find a place that feels really good, just stop there. Intensify the stretch if it feels good, or soften as needed. Good. Let's take a couple more here. And then as you come into your next Halloween cat pose, really stretch, bringing your belly into your spine, your chin to your chest, rounding. And then bring that spine back to neutral. Take your knees nice and wide. Let's come into a gentle child's pose. So propping as needed, blankets between the hips and the legs. And lowering the head to the floor, or tucking a block under your head if the floor seems far away this morning. And then take a walk with your fingertips. Walk them forward. Get really long in the spine, allowing that upper back to stretch, the shoulders to stretch. And let's take 3 breaths here, lengthening the tailbone down toward the heels with every exhale. Knowing that if your knees are tender this morning, you can always come to your back and hug your knees into your chest. That will give you a lower back stretch similar to this. Nice big, long, delicious inhalations. And a couple more long, slow exhalations. Just really settle in here. And then as you're ready, lift up just enough to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Maybe your left hand comes to the top of the right hand. And get that stretch in the left side body. Send that left hip back toward the heel if it has scooched forward a little bit. Good. Breathe in here. Long, slow exhalation. Lift up again and we'll walk over to the left. Take that right hand atop the left and scooch that right hip back toward the right heel. Nice big breath to get that side body stretch. Excellent. Breathing in and breathing out. As you're ready, lift up slowly. Walk the hands back. We'll come up to our tabletop and then take the hands just a little bit further forward than they were. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Press into those finger joints so you can almost lift your palms up. You're pressing in. And especially pay attention to pressing in around the thumb and the forefinger there. And then tuck your toes. Get that stretch of the foot. And then just lift up about an inch. Come up and see how that feels. Notice the core activation there, and then slowly lower down. We'll take a couple more of those, maybe a Sophie shake or two in between. Inhale, lift up. Good. And exhale, lift lower. Lift down. I'm glad you guys know what I mean at this point. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower down. And then take a moment, just place your backs of your hands on the mat, come down to your elbows, and just open and close make fists and open your hands. Just letting the wrists get some blood flow there. Good. And then turn your palms down. Set yourself up, tuck your toes, and we'll lift all the way up, coming into our first downward dog. Finding that downward dog that feels really good to you. So feet about hip width, bending one knee and then the other. Again, pressing in with your whole fingers, hands, taking any pressure off your wrists that you can. Come up on your toes on your inhale, and exhale, send your heels back toward the floor. Get that stretch of the back of the legs. Feels so good. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your next inhale, come up to your toes, look forward, take a gentle, soft walk toward the front of your mat, and come into your first forward fold. Maybe your knees are bent so much that your belly comes down to the tops of your thighs. Maybe you even wrap your arms around, giving yourself a big hug. And then if it feels okay, let your head just hang. Let your back of your neck soften, the throat soften. Just let your eyes close if you feel okay here. And maybe see what happens if you straighten your legs just a little bit more. Tuning into the lower back, making sure it's safe, keeping as much of a bend in the knees as you need. Let's take one more full breath here. Exhale it out. Release your hands. Let your fingertips come to the floor. Straighten your legs a little more and come into your halfway lift. Make that table with your back. Draw your belly into your spine. Draw your shoulders back away from the ears. Gaze slightly forward on the floor. And on your next exhale, just fold forward, pour forward, release. And then bending your knees enough to be able to root into the earth, let yourself rise up, but rise up slowly, paying attention to every little part of the spine. And then reach up, look up, send those fingertips up to the sky, get really long. Good. And then take your right palm, face it toward the sky. Take your left hand, place it on your heart. Reach up toward the heavens. Imagine you're gathering all the graciousness and goodness from the universe, the cosmos, extending out as far as your imagination can reach. Good. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, take your right hand to your heart, your left hand toward the earth, palm facing toward the earth. And imagine yourself sending all that goodness down into the earth. Good. And then reach both hands forward, mountain pose. Feet on the floor, pelvis tucked, chin tucked, shoulders back, all the good posture things. And then inhale, reach up, root to rise, look up. And then exhale, take your palms and face them down. And we'll just create this flow, imagining this energy of the universe, from the earth, the universe, God, all just melding and surrounding us and filling us. Reaching up, gathering with your inhale, and pressing it down with your exhale. We'll take two more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Taking your palms together in Anjali Mudra. Let your thumbs press into your sternum. See if you can feel your heartbeat. Connect the energy above with the energy below and all around us to what is within. Good. Take another breath in. Exhale it out. And let Sophie shake it out all the way. Shake, 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 shake. Good. Come into mountain pose. Let's flow a little bit. Inhale, reach up and look up. Let your palms touch. Exhale, fold forward. Keeping a bend in the knees as required by your body. Inhale, come to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Take a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Lean to the left. Find that side body stretch. Keep that right foot planted firmly. Inhale, reach up and look up. And exhale, take it to the other side. Good. Keep that left foot planted firmly. Inhale, reach up and look up. And exhale, take your hands behind you somewhere, clasp them. You can even try reverse namaste if you're feeling very open and expansive in your shoulders. And then lean up, lean back, and look up. Take a back bend. Nice full breath in. And as you exhale, release that. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, take your hands to the floor and step your right foot all the way back. Now, if your knees are tender this morning, if you've already discovered that, you might want to leave your knee up off of the earth and just enjoy this runner's lunge. If you'd like to lower your knee, the top of your foot to the ground, and join me in this hip flexor stretch. Go for it. Let's breathe in as we shine our heart and gaze forward. Softly stretching, so going to your soft edge here this morning. Breathing in and breathing out. And then as you're ready, again, you can do this with your knee up. We're just going to take our hands over to the right. So a little bit of a lizard-esque stretch. We're going to get that stretch in the side body and the left hip. So knee up or down, take your hands toward the right and stretch. Maybe even gaze over your right shoulder towards your right foot. Just enjoying that stretch. Good. Take a nice big breath in. And as you're ready, come back to center. Take your right hand to the inside. Again, knee up or down of this left foot. Take your twist. Rising up with that left hand. Maybe taking a wrist circle or two here. Good. And then slowly lower that left hand to frame the left foot. Step your left foot back. Find a downward facing dog. Settle into your down dog here with a couple of breaths. Enjoy. Pressing your heels back. Keeping those shoulders down away from the ears. Those elbow creases drawing toward one another. And when you're ready, we're going to look forward. Instead of stepping forward, we're just going to step this right foot up to the front of the mat, coming into our runner's lunge on this side. Maybe rocking forward and back, finding what feels really yummy in your body this morning. Good. And lower the knee if that suits you. Maybe one knee is working with you this morning, maybe the other isn't. Just decide what works for you. Come up to your Anjani Asana, this nice hip flexor stretch on the left side. Breathe in, shine your heart, gaze forward. Nice. Big long breaths. Softness. Only moving into your stretch a little more deeply when you're ready. So being mindful of the nuance of your body. When you're ready, Take your hands to the left side of your right foot, mindful of the knee and the ankle. So don't torque it in any dangerous way. So ankle, knee alignment. And take your hands over to the left side, and we'll just get the stretch on this side. Now you might decide you want to take a look over your left shoulder towards your left foot, getting a little more of a side stretch. Keeping that knee nice and aligned over that ankle. Again, if your foot is tucked and you're up, I know it's a lot of strength in the arms. Decide what works for you. Good, breathe in, one more breath. And then exhale, we'll take that left hand to the inside of the right foot. Take your twist, right arm lifts, maybe some circles. Good. Easy breezy. Good. When you're ready, right hand comes down. Right foot steps back, downward facing dog. Good. Soft bends of the knees. Just enjoying the stretch and finding that stillness, pressing the heels back. Enjoy a breath here. Big full inhalation. And then exhalation, takes your heels back toward the floor. Then rise up on your toes and take a walk or a jump to the front of your mat, landing in your forward fold. And then take your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes, draw your elbows out. Maybe bend your knees and bring your belly to your thighs. And then as you're ready, if you're ready, see if you can straighten your legs a little bit more. Using the strength of your arms to draw your elbows out, you can get a nice isometric engagement of these arm muscles. Good, nice stretch of the upper back as well. One more breath in, and release your grip on your exhalation. Come up to your halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and as you exhale, fingertips to the floor, take your left foot, bring it all the way back to the back of your mat. So nice high runner's lunge. We're going to come on up into crescent lunge, crescent warrior here. So fingertips reaching toward the sky, finding a gaze on something that's not moving. That is called a drishti. So we want to do that, gaze forward so that we have a stable object to rest our attention on so that we are feeling stable. Noticing the wobble, just noticing, it's going to happen, but finding that gazing point, something to depend on. Good. Right knee over the ankle. We'll enjoy the stretch for one more breath. Good. And then we're going to spin the back foot. That left foot spins to flat and angles in. And then this right heel tracks toward the center of that left foot. Reach your arms out from your shoulders. Right knee over right ankle. Warrior two. Gazing over those right fingertips. Take up space here. Reaching, reaching, reaching. And notice what's happening with the shoulders. See if you need to roll them back and down. Good. On your inhale, we're going to flip our palms, straighten our legs, bring our palms together overhead. And on our exhale, we're going to sink back down, warrior two. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Good. One more. Excellent. All right, from here, my friends, straighten that right leg. Take yourself a little bit forward. So reach forward with your right hand. And then take your left hand down somewhere towards your shin. Lift your left arm up. We're going to come into triangle pose here. Good. So imagining this torso is somewhere between I don't know, they always say between panes of glass. That sounds not very pleasant. So the torso is twisting towards your left. Your left arm is lifted. Maybe if you're feeling really steady this morning, you want a soft glance up toward that left arm. Good. Take a nice big breath in. And if you'd like to join me, take your left hand down to meet your right. Good. So the palms will touch and you're gazing down towards your right foot. On your inhale, see if you want to continue this journey. Take your right arm up and twist. It's a twisted triangle. So the left hand can come to the outside of the right leg and the right arm lifts. Good. On your exhale, bring that right hand down to meet your left. And then we're just going to spin the left foot so it's facing forward, bend the right knee. Come back into that runner's lunge. Take your hands to the floor, frame that right foot, step on back, downward facing dog. Well, that was a fun journey. Good. Relax in your dog for just a breath and we'll do it on the other side. Nice. Breathe in. Nice long exhalation. Excellent. We're going to lift our left leg. Why not? Lift that left leg and then step it forward. Come into your high lunge on this side. So come up to your fingertips first. Think about rising up into your crescent, reaching your arms up, fingertips reaching toward the heavens. Good. Breathe in. Shoulders down, away from the ears. Enjoy this stretch. Maybe do some wrist circles. Nice. Breathe in. And breathe out. Excellent. One more breath in. Knee over ankle. And on your exhale, sink back down into your warrior two. So that back foot spins to flat. That right side of the right foot pressing into the earth. Extending the arms from your shoulders, fingertips. Maybe wiggle, maybe take a look back and a look forward. And find that steady gaze, that drishti, that object that's not moving that you can depend on to keep your gaze firmly fixed. Draw your shoulders down. Good. When you're ready, we're going to flip our palms. Inhale. Straighten your leg. Look up. Let your palms touch. Exhale. Little flow here, moving with the breath. Your breath. Good. One more. Settle back into your warrior two. Good. Settle back in. And then we're going to straighten that left leg. Reach forward with your left arm, coming forward. And then take your left arm down to the inside of this left leg. Reach up with your right arm, coming into triangle pose on this side. Good. Nice big breath. Yeah. Settling in. Just being soft, and decide. You might really like this sensation with this pose. I really like it. It's nice. You can also take your right arm behind you if you'd like a half bind. But I'm going to travel. Decide if you want to come with me. Take your right hand down to meet your left. Good. And then on your inhale, open up again. Good. On your exhale, we're going to take that right hand, take it to the outside of this left leg and lift your left arm up. Little tricky, twisted triangle. Good. So the left arm probably won't lift as high as the right. And you might wobble. It's all good. On your exhale, take your fingertips to frame that left foot. Spin your right foot so it's facing forward. We're going to take both hands to the mat. Take your left foot back to meet your right. Here we are in plank pose. Now you can always lower your knees. Lower your knees, and if you're down on your knees, simply lower your chest all the way down to the floor, your whole body all the way down to the floor. If you'd like to lower down with a chaturanga, come on down. Use those strong arms and make a little pillow with your hands. And turn your head to one side, so if you shake those hips out. And just feel the support of the earth beneath you. Excellent work. Tune into your heart. Feel your heart beating. Imagining your heart beating right on the earth. Even if you're a couple floors above the earth. Just imagine. Heart beating with the earth. Take another full breath in. Nice, long, slow exhalation. And then bring your forehead to the mat. We're going to take our hands underneath us, so our arms underneath us, the elbows lined up with the shoulders, which are rolled back and down. Nice, full, expansive heart shining forward, and a gaze that's just softly forward. Coming into Sphinx pose. A gentle, soft back bend for this morning. If it feels not so gentle or soft on your lower back, just lower down. Come on down to your belly and just rest. Good. We want to counteract all the slump asana we do, so there's always a back bend. In yoga, we usually like to incorporate some back bends. But if they're not feeling good for you today, just back off. No pun intended. Pun intended. Definitely it was intended. Breathe in and breathe out. Now you can stay here, or if you'd like to try a little bit of a deeper back bend, bring your forehead to the floor. Bend your knees, take a few ankle circles here, and then flex your feet. And see if you can reach back with your right hand and your left hand for an ankle, an outside of an ankle. And then take your shoulders and loop them back, shoulder blades drawing toward one another. And then if you're ready, go ahead and lift up. Dhanurasana, bow pose, a little bit of a deeper back bend. So come back into your Sphinx, or just lower down as you're ready. So now here, it's a little more challenging. It's challenging for me to talk, so use your breath. We'll stay for 2 more. Long and slow. Maybe lift up a little bit higher. Good. You got this. When you're ready, lower your knees to the floor, release your arms, and just let your hands rest. Turn your head to the opposite side. Let your shoulders relax. Sophie, shake it out. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. We haven't done this for a while, and it's really nice to have a blanket on your mat. It just makes everything softer. It's not as easy to do the flows, but for just being comfy, it's really nice when you're on your belly. So if you want to stop and fold your blanket lengthwise in half and just put it on your mat, I highly recommend it. It feels really good. So we're going to roll to our left side. Yes. And our left shoulder, our left arm extends forward, outward, oh my goodness, outward to a T. And then we're going to take our right knee and hug it in. Okay, so that we can do this in stages. We're going to hug it in. Notice how that feels. And then extend it forward and see if you can get a hold of your right foot or your right ankle or even a pant leg. Good. And then this left leg extends long on your mat. And this is perfect. You can stay right here. Or you can bend this left leg and see if you can reach down with your right hand for the outside of your, gosh, I'm confused about which this is, this left foot. This is a pose called cat pulling its tail, but when I practiced in Canada, they called it the New Yorker because it's multitasking. I thought that was cute. And also doesn't say much about the American culture, but anyway, multitasking we are. So once you arrive here, and if you can't get a hold of your foot, you know, a strap works, or just reach for a pant leg or whatever you can do. So take this left shoulder and see if you can snuggle it in a little bit more so you can open up with this right shoulder, and then maybe turn your gaze toward the right. So a gentle, soft gaze toward the right. And then notice what happens if you flex your feet a little bit more. So you engage some of the muscles you may not have been paying attention to, right? And then notice what happens if you close your eyes and take 2 more breaths in this multitasking pose. See if you can soften that right shoulder down. Maybe you can snuggle in a little bit more so you open up a little bit more. Nice, breathe in. Release, exhale that air. Take one more full breath in, softening wherever you can. Exhale it out. And then we'll gently, softly release that left foot, the right foot. Take the right foot to the floor and just turn over to your right side. We'll try it on this side. So maybe if it worked well on that side, you'll be inspired on this side. So we're going to let that left foot come forward. See if you can grab a hold of something, the outside of the left leg or the left shin, and press that heel forward. Then bend this right knee. Reach with your right hand to the outside of the foot or a pant leg. Good. And then see if you can open up that left shoulder, maybe take your gaze in that general direction. And then snuggle in. Maybe that right shoulder snuggles a little bit more on the floor so your back is more on the floor. There's no perfection here. Just go for the stretch that feels good in your body. And if good is not a word that describes the stretch quite yet, just be patient. Breathe in. And breathe out. In the end, that is a really good plan for the day. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice. Notice if you're holding tension in anywhere, that left shoulder, see if you can soften your face, your jaw. That left hip, see if it's speaking to you. Send some breath there. Let's take one more full breath together. See if you can settle in a little bit more to this stretch. And as you're ready, gently, softly draw the left leg in. And we'll take a roll over to our backs and hug your knees into your chest. Enjoy that stretch. And then take a moment, extend your legs long, and just notice. Notice where you feel sensation. Good. When you're ready, we'll take one more back bend here. So bring your heels up towards your hips, bending your knees facing the ceiling. Let your palms rest on the floor. And then we're going to lift up into bridge, snuggling the shoulders underneath you as much as you can, reaching your hands to touch, to clasp. Whatever you can do, lift your hips a little bit higher. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's take one more breath, maybe lift a little bit higher. And then slowly lower down. let the back rest on the floor. Keep the left foot on the floor. Hug your right knee in. And then gently place it on the left thigh. And this is completely a great place to stay. Maybe you give your right quadricep a nice little massage here as you externally rotate this right hip. But if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, reach through and come into figure four. Again, a little flex of the foot might give you an experience that's a little bit different. So decide if you want to just relax or flex a little bit more, maybe hug in a little bit more. Find your edge. Let's breathe here. Notice the shoulders. Notice anywhere you can soften. Good. Excellent. Take one more breath in. And then slowly lower that left foot to the floor. Release the right foot to the floor, bringing that right heel up toward the right hip. And then gently cross the left ankle on this right thigh. Maybe give yourself a little love. And then if you'd like to come into figure four on the side, hug through. Threading through, reaching for that shin. Maybe flex the foot. Definitely close the eyes and just notice sensation in your body. Notice how your breath is helping you. Notice when you swallow in your throat, what happens. Good. Take one more full breath. And then slowly release. Feet come to the floor. Just drop your knees over to one side. Open up. Give yourself a twist. Twisting from the waist. Gazing over to the extended arm. Opening that shoulder one last time. Breathing in, breathing out. As you're ready, take it to the other side, your twist. Make it yummy. Good. One more breath. And on that exhale, bring your knees back up to center. Extend your legs long. Reach your arms way overhead. Get really long. Point your toes. Get long. Take up space. And then as you're ready, release your hands down. Palms face up. I'm sliding off my mat. We're going to make... we're going to just tense every muscle in the body. So make a fist with your hands, maybe flex your feet, engage the muscles in your legs, squeeze your arms, get those biceps all engaged, and then tighten your abs, and then scrunch up your face. Make a face. Good. Tighten it up, hold it. We're holding our breath for just a few more seconds here. Tighten it up. We'll feel the contrast in just a moment. Really nice big, one big muscle, and then just let it all go. Good. Let the feet splay out to the side. Take up space on your mat. Let the arms come out, palms face up. Let your eyes close or soften. And take one last big breath in, and maybe exhale through your mouth this time. Let it all go. And take some time here just to rest. Let it go. Beginning to deepen the breath. Make some small movements with fingers and toes. Maybe turning your head from side to side. Always the option to stay right where you are. If you'd like to roll to one side, as you do, just pause, notice. Notice sensation, notice your thoughts. And if you'd like to press yourself up, use the strength of your strong arms to press you up to a comfortable seat. And as you arrive there, notice here what you've done. It's all you, my friends. Taking this time for yourself to be present to yourself so that we can be sensitive and attuned to those we love and the world around us. And once you arrive here, just let your eyes close. Draw your hands to your heart center. Bring them in nice and close. See if you can feel that heartbeat. And then as you're ready, reach up. Let your palms touch and draw them right down the center of your body, landing again in Anjali Mudra, right at your heart. And take a bow. Take a bow of reverence to yourself for showing up to your mat. A bow of reverence to our community for showing up together. Maybe send a prayer out into the world for peace. Maybe a thought of someone who could use some positivity, some love. Thank you so much for showing up, for your sensitivity. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Marlene, for lovely class.
Thank you. Thank you, mindful people.